strength, truth, endurance, ethics, and reverence for all. We truly believe that the same will be portrayed by the first batch of MBA students as well. Now, I would like to ask Shashank to continue further. Over to you, Shashank.
Thank you, Dipesh. And I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our today's guest. When we were trying to take our first baby steps in this world, Jaideep sir had already started his career and he went on to become an esteemed personality in the field of purchasing and supply chain management. Sir completed his bachelor's from Khusro Wadia Institute of Technology, Pune. Sir also holds a postgraduate in business management from Symbiosis International University. After the bachelor's, Sir started his career with Mahindra and Mahindra Group as a manager in sourcing and materials, and he worked there for brief 9 years. Then he worked at Tata Autocom for a year. Later, he was associated with General Motors for 6 years as a general manager of global purchasing and supply chain. Later, Sir joined Hyundai Constructions Equipment India Private Limited as a head of purchasing and supply chain management for near about 4 years. Then Sir joined prestigious Volvo India Private Limited as general manager and head of global purchasing. After approximately 4 years, Jaideep Sir became director of purchasing and supply chain management in Volvo Group. For us, it is surely going to take a while to process such a vast information and to get hold of such a vast career. Today's topic for discussion is localization expectations from the global OEM, that is Volvo. So, without taking much of your time, I request Mr. Jaideep Sagare sir to enlighten us with his experience. Jaideep sir, over to you.
Okay. So thank you very much, my friend. Okay. So thank you very much, my friends. I hope you hear me. Sean, sir, you can hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So respected, it's little a pleasant surprise for me when I see respected PGT sir also joining this particular session. Good afternoon, sir. I hope you are doing good and during these challenging times. Very nice to see you, and it's great pleasure for me that you are here to. This is the Ahuja sir, Dr. TANSEN Chaudhari. He will join in some time. He's Akshata Deshpande madam, and then Shivam Chakravarti sir, and all my dear students of Department of Management, College of Engineering. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this session to share my life experiences and some of my experiences from the industry to our next this first type of department COE. I'm very happy that COEP has started this new step in education. Likewise, COEP has made it more standard in engineering education. Pretty sure that even COEP will make a different benchmark even in management education too. So I wish all the best, for this new journey of Department of Management COEP. So today, on behalf of Volvo Group in India, it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you for this short session. We have 1 hour time. So what I suggest, I have a presentation briefly about 30 slides. And today my plan is to present the kind of products what we have within Volvo Group and what is our vision for the future. Because when Dr. Tansen spoke to me that Jaideep, I would like to have an interaction with our students. And then I thought what basically I should share my thoughts to our students. And then of course we chose the expectation Volvo topic of the world is no one village, and we have a lot of and we in the countries product service. So in India, we being a highly manufacturing oriented country, we have in India as a manufacturing footprint. We can have what kind of we should give to this end, which will be inspiration to when they will be starting their career in another 1 or 2 years' time. the kind of what is showing, what are the technological innovations are upcoming, what are those change, kind of factors are going to change in the world, and with localization expression. You also do let me know if you see my screen, and then I will start one by one. Is it okay?
Not yet, sir. We cannot see the screen yet.
Can you see my screen now?
Now it is black. Yes, sir. You people can see? Yes, sir. Now.
You can see? Okay. So I will not spend much time about my introduction. Already my friends introduced me in short. My name is JAYDEEP SAGARE. I am an engineer from University of Pune, and post that I did my postgraduate diploma in business administration in operations management. And the last 26 years I am in industry. Spent a brief time in Mahindra Group, then Tata Autocom System, General Motors, and Hyundai Construction. And in 2011, I joined Volvo Group in India, wherein I was responsible for sourcing and supply chain at Volvo buses. And now my current role is responsibility for purchasing and international purchasing office at Volvo C in Bangalore. My core competences are basically manufacturing, sourcing, supply chain management, and international purchasing. I believe in leadership with passion, respect for individual, trust, agility, and adaptability. I believe in today's world, these are the few kind of criteria one need to have in order to be flexible and agile, in today's economic world. I strongly believe in value-based leadership, and the way how basically I followed my leadership style so far. My hobbies are from reading, networking, traveling, and social activities. And then associated with some of the industry bodies, like I'm sourcing task force. New Delhi, it's basically Indian costs from part of session panel session before. Also find me on LinkedIn. So very much will go. So few slides I will see. Basically, Volvo, we basically do transport and infrastructure solutions. We offer trucks, construction equipment, power solutions for marine and industrial application, financing services that increase customers' uptime and productivity. You can see our products are on city. We have except means to manufacture different highways and roads, and we are also at sea, wherein we manufacture for marine application as well as for power generation applications. I am very happy to share that our Parliament in New Delhi has been backed by engines powered by Volvo engines. So Volvo is known for reliability, quality, and technology. So globally, we have close to 1 lakh employees. Our turnover is around $50 billion during 2020. We have close to 140 nationalities as employees among these 100,000 employees. Volvo basically is housed for 12 brands, and we serve in 190 markets, and we have production facilities in 18 countries. Going to next slide, we have close to 11 business areas. Volvo Group comprises of 11 business areas. Just for your academic knowledge, Volvo Cars is divested during 1998, because Volvo believes that we need to focus on our core strength, that is basically heavy trucks, construction equipment, and related applications. And then 1998, Ford Motors of USA acquired Volvo Cars, and now it is owned by one of the company in China known as GD Motors. So now Volvo Group consists of different truck brands, bus brands, as well as construction equipment brands. You can see right from left, Volvo Trucks, of course, that's our flagship brand of Volvo Group. Then UD Trucks. This was basically, Nissan Trucks in Japan. Volvo acquired this 100% business from Nissan Trucks and now renamed as a UD. Renault Trucks from France. This is also 100% acquisition from Volvo Group. Mack Trucks is basically a brand in US and Australia. It's again 100% acquisition by Volvo. Volvo Construction Equipment, for about which I will have more discussions today. Volvo Buses, you all know. Volvo Penta is basically manufacturer for engines. Volvo Autonomous. Then we have formed a new business area called Volvo Energy, and this will work on new technologies on electrification, on battery management and its maintenance. Then Volvo Aracus, and then Volvo Financial Services. So these are our different business areas within Volvo Group. These are some of the brands basically Volvo Group represent. Our brand portfolio consists of Volvo Penta, UD Terex Trucks, Renault Trucks, Privo, Nova Bus, Mack, as well as Equus. So we partner in alliance joint ventures with SDLG, Eicher, and Dongfeng brands. You must have heard about Eicher in India. It is a truck manufacturer wherein Volvo holds 50% stake in Eicher. So that's basically VE commercial vehicles, based out of Pithampur in Madhya Pradesh. We offer products and services in different brands. We address many different customers and market segments in mature as well as growth markets. So these are some of the brands you can see, which basically Volvo is, having ownership. I will go to the next slide about Volvo Group organization. We have Volvo Group CEO and Group Executive Board, and then we have group functions which support basically related to IT, HR, finance, communication, legal matters, those activities. And then we have business areas, which we spoke about 11 business areas. And then we have truck divisions like group operations as well as group training. What's our mission? We basically having mission of driving prosperity through transport and infrastructure solutions. We have products to operate in transport and infrastructure, and our aim is to drive the prosperity through these solutions. What's our vision? Our vision is the most desired and successful transport infrastructure. Basically, we want to see our customers as the most desired transport and infrastructure solution provider in the world. Going forward, further, our aspirations very important. We must ensure that we have leading customer satisfaction, be the most admired employer in the industry, because as you know, people is very, very important piece in any organization. So it is very important that, for any employee, we should be a very admired employer in our industry and have industry leading profitability. Our values are very important, and this is basically foundation for Volvo Group: customer success, trust, passion, change, and performance. And these values we all employees and our stakeholders follow in day out our life. Because if you see, in India, we have close to $1 billion business, but we have very few expats who are located in India, and this whole business is being empowered with our Indian management to make sure that we do our business in India, we satisfy our customers, as well as we should make money for growth of this organization. Going forward, as I just told you, people are very, very important. Being a Swedish organization, people is always at the center, whatever we do. And we as a company, we strongly believe in the power of people, which is very, very important for any organization for future growth. So our culture is built on inclusiveness and empowerment, where each one of us, regardless of gender, age, abilities, or background, can do their very best. And that's basically we are equal opportunity employer. We are passionate and determined to make a difference together with our customers and partners, not just for our generation, but also for many generations to come. And that is what my young friends, I want to show you what this company is, thinking about future, how this company is contributing to make sure that this planet Earth can survive for the future, and what's our journey for the electrification going forward. And we are a company driven by people with a strong will and desire to continuously learn and grow, with never-ending curiosity to explore new ways and ideas. Here, basically, we always encourage our team to share, team to share their insights, be curious, and share new ways of workings and ideas. Going forward, this is a small video about build the world we want to live in. This is about 5 minutes video, but in the interest of the time, I would like to skip it. If you go to YouTube, you will find several videos about Volvo products and our culture as well as our philosophies. Going forward, I will brief little bit about the business area which I represent, which is Volvo Construction Equipment. We have 3 construction equipment brands globally, and of course, our leading brand Volvo. We have 4 product lines. You can see left hand side is a wheel loader. Then we have a rigid hauler, which is used for mining, heavy mining application. Then on right hand side, you can see a Volvo articulated hauler. So these are very unique technology-driven products. We have several patents in these particular products wherein we use these particular products for mining application. Then of course we have excavators, we have road construction equipments like pavers, soil compactor, asphalt compactor, and these are predominantly used for making our highways and roads. Today, Indian government is putting a lot of efforts on infrastructure development, and we are very happy to I'm very happy to share you that, we are part of this growth journey. We also have a strong brand called SDLG, wherein Volvo holds close to 70% stake in this company. This brand is predominantly to serve emerging markets like China, India, South American markets, because Volvo being a premium brand, many of customers, they really don't need those kind of technology and the level of performance, what basically we offer with Volvo. Then we have developed this new brand called SDLG to serve the developing economies like what I mentioned about China and India. And then in 2015, Volvo acquired Terex. You must have heard about this company. It's an American company manufacturing trucks for mining application. And with this acquisition, Volvo became a global leader in rigid hauler as well as articulated haulers. Going further, this is our strong industrial footprint globally, and this is only showing about construction. I'm not trucks. I'm not showing about bus as well as Volvo Penta. However, this is an industrial footprint for Volvo construction equipment. You can see down Bangalore where I am located. We have product line for excavator. We have product line for road machines as well as pavers. And then we have China 2 plants, Linyi and Shanghai. In Korea, this is the world's largest plant for excavator, wherein we produce close to 20,000. And then in Sweden, we have 3 plants, Brass for rigid hauler, Eskilstuna for transmission, Arvika for wheel loader, and then for cabins, Hallsberg in Sweden. And then in Europe, we have a plant in Germany, then Belle in France, and Motherwell in UK. And then in US, we have 2 operations in Shippensburg as well as Peronas in Brazil. So this is the kind of our footprint as far as our manufacturing plant is concerned, our R&D and purchasing offices. Next, this is the way basically we present in 180 markets globally. We sell our products, all trucks, buses, construction equipment in close to 180 markets in the world. This is basically our journey started 190 years before. And this is the first product of Volvo construction equipment, manufactured 190 years before. And that is how this company's journey started with continuous innovation. I will just try to brief more about how the industry is, transforming. If you see the changes, what's happening not only in India but globally, which of those factors are going to change the complete ecosystem in the world, where we have growing need for sustainable transport, and we have rapid transformation called as Industry 4, and then we are also focused on digitalization, connectivity, automation, as well as sustainable energy sources will be the key enablers for the transformation. So what are those global megatrends which we see now? One, growing global population. We are decarbonization and air quality. You know that every country and every global organization is working how we can make this planet more sustainable. Growing e-commerce. We all know how e-commerce is going in different part of the world. Rapid urbanization. As you know, people are moving from rural area to urban area, and that is really increasing our urbanization. A lot of new technologies are coming, and of course, the whole ecosystem is influenced by social media, which is basically demanding a new societal demands. I will go to the next slide. What is basically our approach on sustainability from Volvo Group? With energy efficiency reduce CO2 emissions to combat climate change. This is very, very important, and very happy to share that we have recently launched electric excavators and wheel loaders in Europe, and we have decided to stop, manufacturing of machines with internal combustion engines for those excavators and wheel loaders. I have next slides to show on this particular part. What will be our journey going forward, in terms of electrification? We improve the use of planet's resources with circularity, in the mindset. That means we must need to see that how we can recycle our energy and resources to make sure that we should use these resources more efficiently on this planet. And we are the people-centric organizations with safety, health, and well-being is at our core. Then what's our long-term ambition? Our long-term is 100%. We want to be 100% fossil-free, means we want to use zero fossil fuel, what we use today, and then we want to be more productive. And this is what basically our foundation for future as such within Volvo Group. And this is our roadmap for our fossil-free machines from now. What's basically journey? If you see on left hand side, we are at today 2020, and basically what's basically our share of new equipments and vehicles in terms of generation of power. Today, if you see, 100% of our machines and vehicles are operated with combustion engine, that's IC engine. Many of your students are from engineering background, so you know very well what is meant by internal combustion engines. And going forward, how Volvo Group is planning to go for zero emission, how basically we can go from carbon fuel to carbon neutral fuel. So by 2030, we have planned close to 25% of our vehicles should be electric, be it, machines or be it equipment. And by 2040, basically we have planned to go for with electric. I'm very happy to share that Volvo Group has committed to start with science-based targets to see that how we can go for carbon neutral our operations. And I'm very glad to share you that in last week, we have made an agreement with one of the Swedish steelmaker, SSAB, you must have heard about it, wherein Volvo Group and SSAB will develop the first vehicle in the world manufactured by fossil-free steel. And that's how basically Volvo Group is committing to go for fossil-free machines as well as vehicles from 2040 onwards. So with this, we have three major foundation pillars, one, quality, safety, and environmental care. And this is how basically we work within Volvo Group. So environmental care, we strongly believe that because protecting the environment is the most important task for our times. And we need to act now. Coming generations will expect nothing less from us. And this is very, very important for us when we work in manufacturing environment. Then we are committed to leading the change, reducing carbon footprint in full value chain, increasing the use of sustainable energy, leading the way with industry's first carbon neutral plant, driving resources efficiency through recycling, and minimizing waste from industrial sites with landfill-free sites program. So this is just commitment for environment. We still similar have commitment on safety. Safety is core value of Volvo. Making safe choices mean investing in all those things that make life more meaningful. And that is how basically each and every product, be it Volvo buses, be it Volvo trucks, construction equipment, or be it Penta, even you must have heard about Volvo cars as well. We are the company who drives safety in each and every activity what we do within our company. Then a culture of care, wherein we have health, safety, and well-being is almost important for us, our customers, as well as for society. We nurture a culture of care where product safety, healthy work environments, and well-being among our employees and stakeholders is very, very important. And of course, we make sure that our products, our people, our work sites, our factories are safe, and safe to work, to make sure that the utmost safety is being taken care. And then quality, last, very important, because making our customers successful mean that we can do amazing things together, build prosperous societies around the world. So this is what basically, we strongly believe that quality, safety, and environmental care are our core values. So this is the last slide basically from Volvo Group. So as I told you, we are committed to developing the transport and infrastructure solutions that are safer, 100% cleaner, as well as more efficient. That means we are 100% fossil free, 100% clean, as well as 100% more productive, more efficient. And these are the applications are available from Volvo Group today. So this is the short brief about Volvo Group. We still have another half an hour. So my plan is that another 10 to 15 minutes time, I will share you some of the expectations what basically Volvo Group expect from our partners in India globally. And now you know that we as a country, we are focusing a lot on Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, to see that how we can make our country as a manufacturing hub, for the world. I can tell you this pandemic is bringing a new opportunities for a country like ours. And you are at very, very right time at this point of time. Because I am working in global environment and I know how the companies from US, Europe are planning to move their manufacturing footprints from other developing countries to country like India. I don't want to name the countries from where these global organizations are looking for changing the manufacturing base to India. I think you can imagine it. But we have a great future going forward. But we have some caution because it is not so easy. We must need to see that what are those expectations from this global organization, where we have opportunities for improvement, where we are lagging, and how we can improve on those to gain these opportunities which are upcoming for our future generations in India. So our strategy, I will just very brief. This is the foundation of Volvo Group. We strongly operate with code of conduct because any supplier partner, any our customers, we have certain code of conduct. We respect one another. We earn business fairly and lawfully. We separate our personal interests from business activities. We safeguard company information and assets. And we communicate transparently and responsibly. So this is the foundation called as a code of conduct when we operate our organization. As I told you, our values, customer success, trust, passion, change, performance, aspirations, I spoke about it, having leading customer satisfaction, be the most admired employee in our industry, and the industry-leading profitability. Our vision to be the most desired and successful transport and infrastructure solution provider in the world, and mission driving prosperity through transport and infrastructure solution. So within supply chain, within sourcing, within our international purchasing, we operate around this strategy, how we can develop our supply partners in view of this particular strategy. Our direction is very clear that we would like to develop a right supplier. We would like to develop a right relationship right from beginning. And this should not be, after certain intervals. It should start from first time. And this is very clear direction within our company to start our association, to start our business relation, keeping this direction in our mind. So what are our key supply requirements, when we start with interaction with any potential supplier partner in India? Because, we have several suppliers in India as well who are supplying not only in India, our Indian operations as well as to our global operations. For instance, I can tell you a few of the names. We source quite a few engines from Cummins. We source from Kirloskar Oil Engines. Bharat Forge is our global largest business partner. We have all trucks, buses, as well as they are supplying to other products of forgings. Then we have several foundries supplying from India. And then, of course, we have Sundaram Clayton is one of our major suppliers. Then we have quite a few supplier partners who are there who are basically associated with not only in India but also globally. So this supplier key requirements we call as a supplier quality assurance manual, wherein this manual is a kind of a Bible or Gita, wherein we brief the most of our requirement from our supplier side. So it's a primary tool for evaluation and selection of our suppliers. The audit is designed to provide a broad overview of our suppliers organization, wherein how the organization of supplier is, what's their organization chart, their ownership, their R&D, their manufacturing footprint, their quality systems, their people, strategy, their association with other customers, their innovation, quality management, their financial strength, their technological innovation. So all those criteria is basically part of this evaluation process. Our team from supplier development, purchasing, logistics, technology, they visit suppliers' premises for 3 to 4 days as a team, and they do evaluation based on different criteria. So which are those criteria basically we evaluate during our visit when we expect a particular supplier partner to be a partner with us globally. One, about company profile, means what's basically products they are in, what's their history, what's their foundation, what's their vision, mission, and all those things. Then what kind of management company has, whether company is running with professional management, what kind of environmental systems and management companies following, quality systems, their logistic systems, what kind of systems they have to serve the aftermarket. Because once we sell our products, it is very important to see that we should serve those products in market until the life cycle of the product. And typically it is 15 years from the phase out of any product. Then what kind of competence basically that organization is bringing, what kind of product development facilities they have, their financial strength, because it's very, very important that any company we do our business or potentially do our business should be financially strong in order to see that we should have long-term relationship, because Volvo believes in developing relations for the long term. And then what kind of productivity measures a particular company has and what kind of sourcing activities company is involved. There are 9 stopping parameters we say within Volvo Group, wherein if a particular company is not really scoring, respective points under these parameters, we may deny supply from or start our association with this potential company. One, about ownership. We strongly believe and encourage that our potential supply partner should have professional approach on ownership. We try to avoid building relationship with a proprietary organization wherein we will have a question about, kind of sustainability of the organization. We also see what kind of corporate social responsibility a company is following, whether company is spending enough resources on CSR. And you know that in India also this activity is quite important now. And most of organizations are spending a good amount of time and money on CSR activities. What kind of risk management company is having? What kind of environmental management system company is holding? What kind of quality management system is following? Quality performance of delivery, delivery precision, maintenance practices, and financial evaluation. So in short, just for ease of your understanding, if a potential supplier or a new supplier is not scoring or related scores in these 9 parameters, we may stop development of our activities with this organization. That means mandatorily this potential supplier should meet these parameters to the expectations of Volvo. That means we will have opportunity to work for long term in sustainable way. Going forward, we strongly believe in continual improvement. Just for your knowledge, you can just write on your diary. You always have continual improvement approach in the activity whatever you do. Japanese philosophy says very widely that a small improvement on a daily basis make a big difference one fine day. And that's basically we also within Volvo Group strongly believe in continued improvement. So this supports our using internal and external audits as a tools to drive our continued improvement activities with our suppliers. Because as you know, suppliers are also having a lot of pressure on their cost, overall activities. And unless and until we have continuous improvement activities, we will not be able to survive, or rather, we will not be able to win in this today's competitive world. Then the supplier evaluation matrix results are recorded in a supplier scoreboard as well as visible to all Volvo groups globally. We have a tool, we have a process when any supplier partner scoring any scorecard, any Volvo group entity can see any part of the work. That means if a supplier started association, say with Volvo construction equipment, then this supplier had an opportunity even to start with Volvo trucks or Volvo buses or even Volvo Penta as well, because we can see the kind of scorecard globally for each of every supplier from each and every business. Then this supplier core is one of the purchasing organization reference for the future business awards, and it is also suppliers benefit to secure that their scorecard reflects their performance and processes. So it's very, very important for any organization who would like to start our business, who would like to go for more localization activity, to to work on continual improvement activities. What kind of other requirements we have? What kind of other requirements we have? Shivam sir, I hope you hear me. Shivam sir, can you hear me? Because sorry, I got a phone call, so it might be
Yes,
that.
I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay, good, good. Thank you. Okay, good. Okay, so what kind of other requirements basically we basically place to our potential supply partner? One, on product and process chain notification, then on requesting deviations to the specification, on traceability, first in, first out inventory control, then tier 2 supply management, packaging, warranty, laboratory requirements, and record retention. So since you are basically management students, I would like to brief little in detail what are these requirements mean for, and I'm sure probably it may useful for you, for your professional life. When we have any kind of product manufactured with our current specifications, and we source those components based on current drawings as well as engineering specifications. Now, based on customer requirement, quality results, or technology demand, there are likely changes in the product. And then, based on that, we change the respective parts what we buy from our suppliers. So, whenever there is any change, either in process or part, or because of people change or location change, any supplier has to submit a notification and manufacture our product 4Ms, man, machine, method. So if there is any change, any supplier has to know about engine 4M.
Shivam, can you hear? I can't hear.
No, sir, we are also not able to hear.
Sir, we can hear you, sir. Jaydeep, sir.
No, we can't hear Jaydeep, sir. Some network issue, I guess.
Shivam sir, can you know? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. So sorry for this, I think, technical glitch in our presentation. I hope it is very clear now. So then I will start. Lot traceability is more about traceability of any first in first out inventory. Then we will show that how basically our suppliers managing their tier one, tier four line. Basically, our supplier partner is putting on their tier two, tier three suppliers on packaging a work very essential to serve uptime in the market. So we make sure that we should have warranty clause with our supply partners. Requirements in the sense material specifications and criteria in order to see that we should have particular life cycle for a particular material and then repair, because that's important. We should have stability in case of quality. On the right hand side, you can see what are those different requirements in terms of record retention. For example,
Sorry,
when we develop
sir.
any product,
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we can't see your presentation, sir.
Okay. I will understood. Please give me a minute.
Sure.
Please give me a minute. When see my screen now? Shivam sir, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, now yes.
Okay. Okay. So then on record retention, which are those requirement in terms of retention of record on PPAP documentation? This is very important documentation when we develop any product from any here drawings, process flow chart, control plans, FMEA, PSWs, manufacturing instructions, and all those basically part of our this PPAP approval process. Here, basically, we want to see that these records should be, retained for the duration for the 1 year, unless otherwise specified by all records, records, functional test results, material certifications, stock records, and other test results. We expect that these should be retained for 3 years from the production. Internal system audit, product management reviews, record for 3 years. Safety related records, which contains inspection record, test results, material certifications, stock records, traceability records. We expect that these should be retained for 10 and then informative production parts, which also include inspection records, test results, material certification, probably 10 years from the manufacturing of the product. Going forward, my second last slide, wherein you can see what are those supply elements we develop in association with our suppliers. As our foundations, one the peak within mental care, wherein we see that we should have issues, kilometer quality issues, zero production impact, zero PPM as per vision SFTT of 99.95%. Those problem solving techniques respective organization has. What are those management systems in that particular organization wherein we have full compliance to audits, indexes, and zero audit without any agreed, upon action plan.
JAYDEEP sir, sorry to interrupt, but the screen is still not visible.
Still not visible.
That is we are on the old slide.
Okay. Okay. Now we can see, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now we can see.
I think like yeah, looks like there is a big issue about internet connectivity, and that may be the possibility. Okay, so I just briefed about our requirement on supply measurements on safety, quality, and environment. Basically, on delivery precision more than 98%, a supply score logistic audit level A, and then supply should fulfill our full EDA and web EDA requirements. Then what are those activities supply is doing on CSR, business ethics, logo group, supply code of conduct, analyze risk on activity with regard to people, planet, and profit. And then our new basically we work on deliver on quality, delivery cost, and future commitment, capability to develop and drive APQP for all our components. Then an agreement, framework agreements, which involves warranty charter, general purchasing. Then we also have the element procedures compliance, which is more related to environmental management. Then long term we have agreement and raw material agreement, because you know that is major input for any manufactured product, contains sometime between 50 to 70%, and these rates are always driven by market dynamics. We should have proper raw material and price agreement for the long term. That means whenever there is an increase in the raw material or decrease in input cost, how we can adjust our pricing for the long term association between both the companies. Then we also have commercial agreements. Should have competitive payments, and but suppliers, we make sure that rate in 45 days. Then called as RVC, we expect ourselves to regional value content across the globe. Then in terms of we believe that potential should be financially should not have dependence than 30% with Volvo any other, and then we financial rating system where we make sure any supply should have rating more than two. So your information, my little experience in supply chain and international purchasing shows that any supplier manufacturing any make sure that they should be in QDC and technology means any be it product that means the cost they should deliver and consist of quality product. Of course, on investing on the new technology and future. So these are the four parameters any organization should adopt for sustainability, for the long term. And this is very, very important in terms of growth of the organization in any manufacturing setup. So students, tomorrow you may, go in any kind of organization, be it a manufacturing organization or service organization. So these are very, very essential criteria for, sustainability of your organization. And this last slide, what do you understandable by, recently in Volvo Group, we call it as a responsible means products we buy to make our products, we should buy it responsibly, with some responsibility. Means it should not, damage planet. How we can manage damage product? So whether manufacturing organizations are taking care for environmental management, pollution, then natural resources, towards climate change and global energy issues, how companies are handling it. Of course, any organization has to work for profit, because profit is the only way how organization can sustain and grow in the future. This must organization should have economic growth, should invest in research development, make sure that organization should give us and follow 100% business ethics. And last but not least, very important, people, because all these resources, be it material, money or machine, only people is the only effectively other resources. We also make each organization human rights, diverse in terms of gender, but also their nationality or background, labor workers, community, and with that, and we strongly believe we create a responsible purchasing organ because although we are manufacturing products, construction equipment, our 80% realization is happening at their own supply partner. We are buying and we are assembly shops to manufacture and construction equipment. And while we strongly believe about value addition is coming, and that means the to make sure that responsible purchasing to see that how we can impact on and support these organs in growth. We can make sure that organization people development that we all work within in sourcing. This is my last. I hope I enjoyed this conversation. For the future, and how this company is to go for the future, and what kind of organization expectation this company is having, say from Canada or any other developer. So we still 5 to 10 minutes time. If flexible, yes, we can take it. Once again, Volvo would like to management. Give some
Okay, what happened? The question answer was over. Was it over, or you wanted to ask something more?
No, sir. At last, we were not able to hear them exactly what happened. Really, we didn't hear them.
Yeah, it was wavy, sort of. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think the connection was weak, so we left. I think you
Acha.
joined again, I guess.
So we
No,
could not give him.
Professor, he was saying that we will have 5-10 minutes question answer. So maybe let us wait. He may join back again.
Yes, he is calling actually. I'll call him back. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, he is joining. He is joining. Yes.
Very good. So maybe we can have that question and answers from students now, all Jaideep.
Yes, sir. Question and answer, then a small thank you note also will have. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Tansen sir is on his way to home from airport.
Yes, yes, I just joined.
Landed. Okay.